Welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Please welcome your 2026 Minnesota Vikings!
Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. Will Reichert will get this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. They'll get across the 20, mark them down to 23-yard line. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his third season as the Green Bay starter.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. No matter where that ball is snapped, that's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, and this guy can really kill you. You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
That's over the middle, but it's intended for Jaden Reed. Jaden Reed was the intended target, and it's going to be third down.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch, and instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And now it's fourth down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
So the Vikings come out. Technically, it is year 2 for J.J. McCarthy, but really it's year 1. Did not play at all in the regular season last year with the knee injury. The former Michigan Wolverine, the quarterback of the Vikings.
Mike, when you put the film on of J.J. McCarthy, what really jumps off the screen is his ability to display footwork both inside and outside the pocket. And those movement throws, especially in today's NFL, they are so critical. On top of all that, he has a lot of trust in his arm. He's not afraid to attack tight windows. If he can continue to develop, continue to hone this obvious talent, he could really be a special player in this league. I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. A big play for Minnesota. A pickup of 44 yards.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. He's going to run it. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it 1st and goal. Jones. And he's going to go back. Taken down at the 6.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And this will be incomplete, but there's a flag back in the backfield where the quarterback is. They may have got him after he released the ball.
Automatic 1st down.
What a critical flag. Roughing the passer, it sets up 1st and goal. They look to run with Jones. And he's going to go backward, taken down at the 6.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Jones. And he got half of what he needed from the 6 to the 3.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Big play coming up. 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. It is brought in the end zone. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone. Because as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. It's up and good. And the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. Riker out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. On the return, it's Williams. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Packers offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Love to throw on 1st and 10. Over the middle of the tight end Musgrave. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
A gain of 17 yards.
That's the way to get started. A big first down.
First and 10.
Like, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut, where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the first down. Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down after a big second down pickup. But we do have a penalty marker on the field.
So second down.
They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Finding room to the 20. And he will score! Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers.
But think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Packers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. After the touchdown, time for the kickoff. Price now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Powerful Rashawn Gary there in run support.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He's going to let one fly for Addison. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's McCarthy. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Try to come back, if I can get tired, hold up. 100 round, feel it, like my team, playing both sides of you. Shout out, you friends, man, going crazy,
So on fourth down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Packers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 16 yards on the game and a quick 1st down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down.
The tackle is going to be made down at the 40-yard line. They go right back to him. This catch good for 11 and a 1st down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
10 more yards. Complete to Romeo Dobbs. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 30-yard line.
2nd and inches. A run up the middle with Jacobs. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass, and they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. And I don't think they need to go away from it. A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. They knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
It is 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Love. That one, taken in. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown, Packers.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Now it's McManus for the point after. The kick is good. And the Packers will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Price now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get through. And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throw, it was clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. Live for the next snap.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. He's going to let one fly for Addison. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a game
Big play for Minnesota. 33 yards.
Down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. It'll be a Vikings first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 8. In motion, it's Jefferson. Little play action here with McCarthy. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That's a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and the quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. And that's going to be incomplete. But now a marker comes flying in late behind the line of scrimmage. Might we get a roughing the passer call here?
Automatic first down.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Now McCarthy. He's got his man, Jefferson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Now after taking that loss on the sack, it changes your entire approach offensively. You go from playing for 6 to now everything is just about coming away with points.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Intended for Jordan
I think he
Anderson.
predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
A 38-yard attempt.
Reichard's kick is good. And the Vikings are back within 4. It's 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Packers offense back onto the field for their next possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to have a Packers first down as the tackle is made right at the 36.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Packers first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow, so that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it, but in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. 14-10 is our score. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football. It is 3rd and long as we are ready to get back underway. He's got a man. That's Watson. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown. Kevin O'Connell made the decision, and he will throw the red challenge flag.
The previous play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just 1 challenge for the remainder of the game. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On play action, Love. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. Wow, you think you have moved it down the field with a terrific pass and catch. But they'll finish the play, and on the turnover, the defense takes over.
You work so hard, Mike, to execute the play the way it's designed, and you come up with a huge explosive play in the pass game, only to then lose it because of poor ball security, and that's exactly what we saw here. Give credit to the defense forcing that ball out, but it's a shame that it came at the end of what was a big offensive play.
The Vikings offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. In motion, Naylor. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
What a first half of this pass rush, huh, Mike? I mean, they have just completely dominated this game. They are in complete control, and you have to imagine this offensive line, there's got to be some adjustments up front. They just cannot allow their quarterback to continue to be hit like this.
I see through your act, and I still enjoy.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is McCarthy. This one is caught by Addison. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. To throw, it's McCarthy. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative, playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
At the 20-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 9. Now Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he will have a Packers first down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. They're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll try to sneak it here. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. And he'll get this up to the 44. Late catchment up from the linebacker spot to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a pickup of 12. First down.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll take this down inside the 35. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
It's a gain of 10.
Offensively landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And that'll be a pickup of 3.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 6. To the left side in the hands of Watson.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. 11 yards on the pass there. Good for a Green Bay first down.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Packers first down. 1st and 10.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Vikings 12-yard line.
his second touchdown so far here in the first half.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
McManus on for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers are out to a 21-10 lead.
Vikings 10.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Price now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30.
The Vikings.
Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. On the zone read, it's McCarthy. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 15-yard pickup there. First down, Minnesota.
And the Vikings, first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Jones now on first and 10. And he'll fly forward for a gain of 4 yards.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
I just don't love the look of this offense so far in this game, Mike. I mean, this first half, they've been flat, they've been lethargic. There hasn't been a lot of urgency, and we saw it again on this last play. Simple handoff, no gain, same story.
To the air on third down is McCarthy. And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a first down.
10 yards.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll have more from Minneapolis. After this, from the 39, here's a first and 10. Back to throw. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome, so it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
Throwing again is McCarthy. This one not quite on target. And too much. That one falls incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it'll lead to a second down.
So while they fail to connect on this one, I don't really blame him for continuing to give his guy a shot in tight coverage. When you have someone as special as he is, you can't only throw him the ball when he's open. It's just not going to be enough opportunities. There's not going to be enough volume. So every now and then, there is a calculated risk where even if it's not the ideal window or situation, you've got to give a guy like him as many chances at the ball as you can. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
McCarthy gonna look to throw again. He pulls it in around the 5. And he'll take this one in. T.J. Hawkinson. Touchdown, Vikings.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. The quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Riker now to add the extra point. He gets it to go. The Vikings are back within 4. It's 21-17. This first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here's Williams on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense head back onto the field. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Love to throw it on 1st down. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. The clock stopped with 35 seconds to go in the second quarter.
It's not the big play they were hoping for. First down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Love. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. In this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
Packers going to use their final timeout now, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Packers.
Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll take a shot downfield from Musgrave. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It's a huge play in a tight ball game. 37 yards.
I think that's just a coverage bust defensively, Mike. Somehow they lost track of the big tight end as he's getting vertical. By the time they realize it, he's already in position to make the play.
And he'll take it on in. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
You know, he spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Now it's McManus for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
Vikings 17.
Coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. This taken in at the goal line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
In motion, Naylor. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now McCarthy. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. In motion, Naylor. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Open man downfield, it's Addison. And it will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
On the handoff, Jones has some room inside the 30, and he's going to be taken down. How about this sequence to start the drive? Back-to-back good gains, 19 for this one.
First and 10.
And what a start to this drive. A little bit of everything. First, you get the explosive pass to start it out, and then you follow it up on the ground, picking up good yardage. The ability to weave back and forth as a play caller, it just puts so much pressure on the defense.
And he'll get forward for about a yard. Acton Valentine there on the tackle.
24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
From the 24 now, here's second and 8. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect. And it falls incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson on that one. Third down coming up.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that gives him a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Like, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Second and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. On the ground now with Jones. And he'll get 3 yards here, down to the 2-yard line.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
They'll look to throw for it with McCarthy. That is caught by the tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. Touchdown, Minnesota. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. the tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Jones going to try to run it in. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They mark him short. The try for 2, unsuccessful. Reichert out now, following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
28-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 9. On the bootleg, it's Love. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Packers.
First down.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. You can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
Running is Jacobs. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. They get 21 on that one. Good for a Green Bay first down.
At the 38-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. Next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
On first down, it's Love. This is taken in by Dobbs. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
And we'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Love to throw on first and 10. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's now second and 6 at the 19-yard line.
Here's a second and 6. Now Love. That complete to Jacobs. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
It's third down and
What an
6.
advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Back to throw is Love. He's got a man. That's Watson. And he will get into the end zone. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Packers. That's his 2nd touchdown tonight.
Mike, this is a great example of a wide receiver who just truly understands the concept of spacing. When you're open, stay open. If you're not open, get open. And when you can do that and operate in the middle of the field, man, you are such a weapon and a reliable target for your quarterback. It's a great example of it here. He works to stay open, middle of the field, ball's on target. It's an easy touchdown.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Ready to go once more as the kick's away. Price now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27.
27-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. In motion, Naylor. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Ty Felton, the intended receiver that time, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution, and
this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And this defense, they just continue to put in a great night's work. I mean, Mike, you think whether it's been blitz schemes, stunts, whatever, you name it, this offensive line has had its hands full. They have allowed their quarterback to be hit way too many times.
It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings.
For the Vikings.
Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line.
Take over first
Jordan Love and the rest of the Packer offense ready for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. First and 10 now from the 36. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Nice game on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand?
Still 1st down.
Now Love. Catch made there by Watson.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in first and a mile after taking a penalty on first down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable second down.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Love quickly out to Watson. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
Gain of 4 yards.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Love. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Packers.
It's a gain of 11. And the Packers, first down. A gain of 11 on the play.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground for about 7.
28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and
2. Here's 2nd and 2. Once again, it's Jacobs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
We'll go play action with Love. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Josh Wiley. Touchdown, Green Bay. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
And, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay's going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. McManus on for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers are able to extend the lead.
Packers 42, Vikings 23.
team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Ty Felton now on the return, and their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense and Jordan Addison getting ready to get back on the field. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that might have even lost a yard there.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. Forced to his right. He's going to run it. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage, tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
4 yards.
The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
First down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. He's got this on target to Addison. And he's close to another first down. This is brought down just shy of the marker.
Complete to Jordan Addison. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 37-yard line.
2nd and inches. Now Jones. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there for that. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Brings up 3rd down.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And he's into the end zone. Jalen Taylor, touchdown Vikings. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Will Riker now on for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Vikings are able to cut into the deficit. he kicks this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
Jordan Love and the rest of the Packer offense ready for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. They'll start on the ground. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup to 4.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Love to throw. Open man is Reed. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
24 yards.
A gain of 24 through the air. Good for a Green Bay first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air like you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball. At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They pick up 17 through the air. First down, Packers.
So often we see a team that's milking a 2-score lead get very conservative, especially in the 4th quarter, but not this coach. He says, all right, I might have a 2-score lead. I want to make it 3. He's trying to put as much pressure on his opponent possible here down the stretch lane. This back's been having his way all night long, Mike. Just a lot of room to operate. Great job by the offensive line all night long, but in this case, defense does their job. They're able to penetrate, get in the backfield, and take them down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. And that is incomplete. But there is a flag down into the play, back by the quarterback. Let's see.
Automatic first down.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Love. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think fortunately, this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
A 2nd down throw for Love. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. And now it's going to be 3rd down. From the gun, it's Love. That is caught. And he's close to the goal line. Won't have the touchdown, but he does pick it up on 3rd down.
Packers first down.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
Jacobs trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive...
And he's into the end zone yet again. Christian Watson, touchdown Packers. His big night continues. His third touchdown of the game. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now it's McManus for the point after. His kick is good. And the Packers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Ty Felton now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense and Jordan Addison getting ready to get back on the field. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That's going to be incomplete. Very stout there. As they bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He'll send the receiver in motion to the left. The second down throw is incomplete.
It's clear whatever they were trying to set up was not going to work. He went through his entire progression, had nobody to throw the ball to, and just kind of surrenders the play and throws it away.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He'll find his tight end, Josh Oliver. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
So we see this more and more often in today's NFL, Mike, where on 3rd down, the ball is actually thrown short of the chains. And there's really 2 reasons. 1, teams are a lot more willing to use 4th down. And 2, they have a lot of confidence in these receivers and tight ends and backs to run after the catch. Mike, I think the way we've seen the NFL going these past couple years is I think all these quarterbacks, they love when the call comes in for the sideline for quarterback sneak. Hey, coach, put the game on my shoulders. With this offensive line, I'm going to pick up this first down, and that's exactly what they did.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A first down there. Gain of 14 yards.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. This is Jones. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Packers' 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, here's McCarthy. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10.
It's a gain of 30.
It's another big play in a game that's had its share. And even 30 yards.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller.
That is hot. What a job to keep the play alive. Jalen Naylor. Touchdown, Vikings. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Now to add the extra point. It's up and through. The Vikings are able to edge a bit closer. Reichert out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. Here's Williams on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. On 1st down, it's Love. And he did a pretty good job there to get back to the line of scrimmage as he's chased out of bounds. And 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, it's not going to make up for all the plays that they've been on the wrong side of up until this point. They finally are able to land a jab of their own, knock this ball away, and get a much-needed incomplete pass.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Here's Love. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. A 19-yard pickup there. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
That's good for a Packers 1st down. A gain of
that might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs, and as you look up at this clock, we might be running out of time.
Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Van Ginkel.
So you do a great job all game long. You build up a lead here late in the fourth quarter, but now you get sloppy. This turnover all of a sudden brings a renewed sense of energy to your opponent, who a minute ago thought this game was over, and now they got a little life.
Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. The middle, here's Jones. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and
1. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. From the gun, here's McCarthy. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Jalen Naylor was the intended receiver that time. And 3rd down coming up.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and it's really been their inability of the offensive line to keep the quarterback upright, and it's a big reason why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll go. Here's McCarthy. That's taken in. And he's going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early.
Automatic 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 11-yard line.
It is 2nd and a yard. Here's McCarthy. He's got it at the 3. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Now, 1st and goal. They'll run it here with Jones. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Will Reichert now on for the extra point. It's up and good. And Vikings have cut the deficit to 5. He kicks this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. Woo! And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. It's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. Looking downfield, that's Musgrave, the tight end. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
And the Packers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's Love to throw. Go right back to Musgrave. He's got it again. That's the second charge timeout for Minnesota. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run the draw with Jacobs. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
1st down, Green Bay.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. So it's a win here for the visiting Packers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Minneapolis.